Not used to this, what's called the Madonna mic. I got to turn it off and on. Our reading today comes from Catherine Keller, a theologian. She's a professor of theology at Drew University, and it's from her book called On the Mystery, Discerning Divinity in Process. Love lures and lets be. Our mess becomes our potential, and we creatures come forth. You, this moment, come forth. A wave freshly breaking on the face of the deep in an ocean of overlapping waves, all new, all different. Perhaps every creature in a creature's own way is called. Persons personally, animals bestially, plants vegetably. Among persons, a tinge of consciousness of this lure lets us choose to grasp a fresh possibility or not. The lure is not like a memo dictating to us our best course of action. We are called to improvise. We are invited to risk the adventure. For our adventure is inseparable from divine creativity. The unfolding world is not a pre-programmed drama. How dreary it would be for God to be able to predict it all. Yet neither are we quite on our own with these choices, these risks. And here's the question, perhaps finally the only question that matters. In this moment, will we somehow materialize the possibility? Like a wave cresting, turning, might you sense the wisdom of this moment? Do you begin, however minutely, to embody the love that is possible in this moment, this time, this place? Amidst the array of divergent, conflictual influences from which you are becoming, you might sense the mysterious magnetism of possibility in your heart's desire. Is there an echo of the larger love life of the world? This ends our reading. So it is great to be with you this morning, and really a privilege to be in this historic pulpit. I want to thank Reverend Abby for inviting me here. I've known Reverend Abby for about 8 years, and I've found her to be a talented, warm, creative, deep thinking, and overall just a cool colleague. I'm a big fan of hers. I think you all are very, very fortunate to have her as your minister. Now I'm going to switch a little bit. So my wife is German, and we met here in the U.S., but about 2 decades ago, I first met my soon-to-be mother-in-law in Germany. Now, I speak very little German, and my now mother-in-law doesn't really speak much English. She speaks a little bit of English. But over the course of a couple weeks, in our inefficient sort of way, we were able to communicate, and we began to laugh and like each other's company and feel a real connection with each other. And I said to her, Annegret, ich liebe dich, which literally means I love you. She gave me a very strange look. She moved away quickly and went to the other room and spoke to my now wife very fast and very loudly in words that I could not understand. And then my now spouse returned back and said to me in English, my mother wants you to know that you cannot speak to her like that. That's something you should only say to me. Apparently what I was supposed to say is, ich hab dich lieb. I have love for you. Oh, okay, so love is a strange word. We can all agree. Its meaning depends on context and syntax. I love my new snow tires. I love you, wife, partner, and spouse of many years. I love peanut butter. And while tucking the kids into bed, you might say something like, I love you more than you can ever dream. Love has been Valentined, Hollywooded, and hallmarked. There is a bigger love that includes but goes beyond Taylor and Travis. Now imagine for a moment here a loving stone in the middle of a Pacific pond that's dropped, and the first ripple in that pond is a child attached to their mother. The next ripple in this love is extended family. And love goes out to lovers. And the next ripple of love is a bigger group, like maybe this faith community. And then the next ripple out is people that are very different from us. And the farthest ripple out that becomes like a wave to the shore is a feeling of unselfish devotion to all creatures, to all beings. Waves of love lure us to the shore. The energy of love keeps pushing us outward. At the heart of mammalian love, we feel that someone other than ourselves means as much or more than we do. Think no further than a mother hippopotamus who will fight to preserve their offspring. Mammalian love is not only enduring, but remarkably unselfish. Over time, we've evolved to extend this sort of love past our families, out to people that are different from us, to our enemies, and even to other species. Of course, this is not so special. It's something your golden retriever can do. And when we send our children downstairs, or upstairs for religious education, we hope that our children build strong relationships with themselves and our RE teachers, that they may help the child see the ripples of love, that there is a love beyond familial love, that this is a space of love, that the universe is a loving place, the ripple moving outward. We experience the poetry and prose of this bigger love in the limbic system, the deeper and more ancient part of our brain involved with our emotions and memory. And with the help from our neocortex, the more rational part of our brain, we extend it outward and everywhere. In a very real sense, we are hardwired for love. In a study, Neuroimaging and Spiritual Practice by Mario Bogard, Carmelite nuns were asked to think about and go over their most intense mystical experiences while their brains were being examined by an fMRI machine. The sisters described feelings of joy and unconditional love. The brain mappings of these experiences overlapped with romantic and maternal love. The wonders of the mammalian brain. Extending these wide waves of love out, we might say God is love. This is so wide, it includes all people, all religions, all identities, trans, cis, the whole spectrum of humanity. Love is ultimate and always extending outward. But it doesn't come from afar. It comes from deep within our bodies. To say love is sacred is saying that the essence of being human is love. We are uniquely adapted to care for a long time for our young and elderly. Love is indeed a core human function. Love frees us from the confines of self. This potentiality of mammalian love is not some idealized abstract duty. Love lives in our limbic systems. Its language is not words, but smells, metaphors, melodies, symbols evoked when someone unselfishly cares for us. Thanks be to our limbic system. Thanks be to our surrounding temporal lobes. For without them we would have no commitment, belonging, and the mysterious oneness we sense with beloved. Thanks be to that part of the brain where spirituality, love, and grief live. Where would we be as a species without love? Love has to be the best product of the last 10 million years or so. Could we as a species exist without love? The true language of love comes to us not through words or reasoning, but through the smell of our partner's pillowcase. The song of love. While we access love through our senses, love is consensual. Symbols and smells lead us more to the shore. Music especially cuts through the layers of the brain into the heart of love. We are not isolated brains, but brains shaped by the love of others. So love is transformational. And at the heart of all great religions is that energy of love moving us toward the shore. Intimate love is the highest realm we mammals can attain. And love is the best metaphor to explain the realm of the holy. Love compels us to go beyond ourselves. Love seduces and lures us with a free choice. Love never coerces or manipulates. Love is consensual. It pulls us like a lover to leave our comfortable country and our familiar family and to create something new together. Love lures with a gentle embrace and an innocent flirt and says, come away with me into creative novelty and into a new song that we will sing together. We are called into this possibility by love, and it starts out small, but if nurtured, can lead us into an experience so strong, so pure, it breaks down all barriers and boundaries internally and externally, and we quickly realize we are not middle, upper, or lower class, nor are we theist or humanist. We are a part and particle of love. A universal love that knows no limits invites us to play with the same mathematical infinity as the stars do. Take the words of St. John the Apostle, those who abide in love abide in God. A love that compels us to work and build justice. Or in the words of St. John Lennon the Beatle, all you need is love. A love that is so radical, so inclusive, so wide, we can't quite even fathom it. In the words of St. John Coltrane, the saxophonist, a love supreme. As radically wide as this love can become, it starts out with a spark, a possibility, a small, loving stone. An affectionate whisper in our ear, come away into the wilderness of love, risk the adventure. In many ways, love is very ordinary. It's present in each unfolding event, luring us into the possibility of each and every moment, including right here, right now. How will this divine possibility of love uniquely unfold among us? The power of flowing attraction, this invitation within, this amorous adventure, this urgent urge, this desire for a creative beauty. The lure of the love life of the world is inviting us to improvise into an adventurous becoming, to try new things, to experiment, knowing win or lose, we will never regret responding to love. For any time we transcend our own limits and we are responding to the lure of love, anytime we are exploring the most creative options of beauty, we are responding to the larger love life of the world. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Anytime we enter into a dialogue instead of an argument, anytime we organize our beloved communities to center on love, we are heeding the call of the larger love life of the world. To discern our response to the lure of this moment, we must be immersed in the liturgy of community. To discern what the aim is and what our response should be, we need to immerse ourselves in relationship with each other. The wilds of love happen in many ways and in many places. A walk along the river, in the symphony hall, in meditation, in prayer, in worship, small group ministry, when we feel someone cares for us. Or anything, really, anything that gets us out of our analysis and into the passion of process. The lure of love is manifested in ordinary sunsets and in all events and moments of becoming. We are all waves of potential energy, and inside each of us are possibilities of authentic love. We are called to be an active participant in this love, to make abstract love into concrete justice. From a small stone to a response, our individual waves will work together to create a sea of movement, a sea of waves. If our response to the lure of love is persistent and magnified with others, we become a movement of justice, love unfenced. Love happens in moments, in instances, and if we are lucky, love nurtures a reverberation throughout our whole lives. A love that includes the love we experience with our lovers, and at the same time, the love we have for each other is part of the greater love life of the universe. The kind of love I'm talking about is not binary. It's not the opposite of hate. The kind of love I'm talking about knocks on the door of your heart and asks you to continually be open. A love that knows no end, even continues after the death of a loved one. No matter how lost, how messed up, bursting with unrequited love we may be, or how repulsive we may feel right now, we are embraced with the ripple of an infinite intimacy that calls us to the shore. We might then stop waiting for the perfect lover, the perfect time, the perfect family, the perfect community, and embrace the lure of this very moment. May the energy of love move us all to the shore of beauty and creativity. So may it be an amen.
Hi, I'm Reverend Hannah Capaldi.
And I'm Reverend Abby Tennis. We are the ministers at the First Unitarian Church of Philadelphia, where our mission is to awaken love and justice in our lives and in the world.
We're so grateful that you watched, and we hope that the sermon connected with your soul.
We also want to invite you to join us for a live worship service every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You can always find the link to that service on our website at www.philauu.org. In these services, you'll hear words like you've just heard, and you also get a chance to greet one another, pray together, sing together, and we even hold a virtual coffee hour after services to get a chance to greet some new and old friends.
If you want to support the mission of this community and you feel moved to give, you can do so by going to the website that Reverend Abby just mentioned. You can find that link below, or you can text 215-709-5095 and follow the prompts to give.
If someone in your life needs to hear these words today, we encourage you to share this video. And again, thank you so much for watching.
We hope to see you soon.